Mental Fitness Fridays are here. And a topic I wanted to share with you today was a little bit of a bigger one, I will admit, but excited to share it. And so the topic that I was really looking at was this idea of acceptance and accepting the reality of the moment, accepting where you might be here and now. And you've probably heard some of this idea of acceptance before. I think for me, with mental fitness, I've enjoyed this process of breaking things down to a place of, okay, this is something that I can do on a regular basis. This is a concept that maybe I can break down and say, okay, yes, I've heard that before, but how? How do you do that? So I'm going to lean into the positive inner dialogue, right? And a phrase that comes up for me when practicing acceptance: it's okay to accept. It's okay to accept where I'm at. I'm okay to accept this moment. It's, an example for me, right, would be going back towards triathlon. And I shared this experience previously. There was that moment where I hit my wall, right? I literally ran into my body saying, this is your reality. You're not going faster. Even though I was trying to will myself, right? And so many other motivations. Like my buddies are right behind me. I can't let them beat me. There's no way that's going to happen. And yet my reality was I had pushed my body, right? I'd pushed my body too far. There's plenty of other warnings. And I didn't, in those moments, accept the reality of where I was at throughout that race. Therefore, wall. And realizing that over time, there's really had to be a perspective change and shift in this acceptance piece. And literally telling myself in these moments, it's okay to accept. Like, I'm okay to accept this moment and where I'm at. It's like recently for me, experiencing, right, training and running more. I came off of a cold, right? And feeling my body telling me these messages again. For instance, it's right getting up, and I've done this run before, and I have my time markers of how, fast that I want to do them. And I start going and I realize, oh, my body's not here. And previously, so many times before, I've pushed it, right? I've said, well, doesn't matter. I'm pushing hard for this. This is my goal. This is what I need to do. And sometimes I've done it, right? And I've accomplished that for the day. But man, do I feel it, right? My body tells me the next day, hey, did you accept that reality of where you were at? And sometimes it's pushed me all the way to injury, right? Where then I got to recover, for a period of time. And so what I've realized now is this inner dialogue really, in the negative way, it can get to that spot where it can push you so hard where there's going to be those consequences. And you might not feel it right then and there, maybe post run or, post relationship or in work or whatever it is in life, but it tends to catch up to you one way or another. And for me, that practice of telling myself, okay, I'm okay. It's okay for me to accept where I'm at right now. And maybe take that pace slower, right? Maybe even break it back down to a walk. I mean, I've had this message stuck in my head for a long time that if I committed to a run and I committed to a pace, if I walked at all, it didn't count. And now I'm like, I can't do that. I got to be able to say, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. And I think I really have to tell myself that and reassure myself. And now I've had multiple experiences, and I've had positive, experiences to where I'm able to maybe run farther than what I anticipated. I'm coming off of a run and I'm able to be maybe more present in life that I want to. And it just builds from there. And so, again, mental fitness is one of those things for me that sometimes you take these bigger concepts, and today's is this idea of acceptance, and you're able to break it down into some practical ways. And so this is what I wanted to share with you today. Just this idea, this phrase that can help in those moments of acceptance, saying it's okay to accept, and I'm okay to accept where I am right now. And so with that, I wanted to leave that in the realm of mental fitness for you. I hope that as you hear maybe some of these concepts and some of these ways to practice it, that it's something that you might be able to try. At the same time, too, this journey for me is just a great way as well to hear what you might have as well. You might have practice. Maybe there's phrases that have helped you with acceptance, whether it's sometimes in training, or in life. And I would love to hear them. So feel free and share them, comment in some way, in some form. And I look forward to being able to just continue to build that and kind of build this community of mental fitness. So with that, stay tuned for the next segment of Mental Fitness Fridays coming next week, where we'll be able to discuss more topics of mental fitness and just more of maybe these tips and techniques. Remember to be curious, stay curious without judgment. Until next time. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey through mental fitness stories with John Steele. If you resonated with today's episode, don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a review on your podcast platform of your choice. Remember, your story is important, and so is your mental well-being. If you have a personal mental fitness journey you'd like to share or topics you'd like us to explore in future episodes, reach out to us on social media or through our website. Stay tuned for more inspiring conversations, expert insights, and practical tips to help you cultivate a resilient mind. Until next time, take care of your mind, nurture your inner dialogue, and prioritize your self-care. Remember, you are not alone, and your mental fitness and well-being is worth the investment. Thanks for being a part of the Mental Fitness Stories community.